So hi guys, welcome back to the Men's Big Bash League of 2025-26. Today's match is between the Sydney Thunder and the Brisbane Heat. Sydney Thunder obviously losing both their opening matches, and Brisbane Heat, they have lost one match, and then the previous match they aced a world record run chase. They chased down 258. So the Brisbane Heat will be full of that confidence. And the Brisbane Heat have won the toss and elected to bowl first today, and they've gone in with the same playing 11. Sydney Thunder also, they'll be desperate for a win. They've had two below par performances in this tournament so far. So I still have a few minutes to start this game. The Brisbane Heat have won the toss and elected to bowl first. It's happening at a new venue, Manuka Oval in Canberra. I think the chasing teams will have an advantage. Brisbane Heat, obviously, since they have chased down 258, now they have some new confidence where they can chase down any total, whatever the opposition sets, but not every day you can chase down those kind of totals. Chasing down 258 happens once in a while. But I think that was a fantastic run chase from Brisbane Heat in the previous match against Perth Scorchers. At Sydney Thunder, obviously, they'll be more desperate. They want win here. They want to get off the mark in this tournament. So out come the players. The players have started to enter. The two Sydney Thunder openers are also entering now. So look at the points table. Sydney Thunder are right at the bottom of the table with 2 losses from 2 matches. Brisbane Heat, though, they have 1 win from 2 matches. They lost their opening match against Renegades, and then they came back and chased down that record score against Perth Scorchers. So I think Brisbane Heat have an upper hand only just because they'll have the confidence after chasing down that kind of a total. Sam Constas and Matthew Gilks are opening the batting for Sydney Thunder. Brisbane Heat have the edge over Sydney Thunder in the head-to-head in the last 10 matches. Brisbane Heat are leading 6-4 against Sydney Thunder in the head-to-head. The Shaheen Shah Afridi is opening the bowling for the Brisbane Heat. He's going to be bowling the first over. Sam Constas is going to be on strike. Seconds away from starting. All in readiness now. Here's Shaheen Shah Afridi bowling over the wicket to Sam Constas. First ball of the match. Straight away swinging back in. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. Maybe missing leg. Only 1 review left for either team, so you need to be careful. They've picked up 1 leg by. It's there. And the Sydney Thunder are off the mark, but it will be 1 leg bias for sure. Sam Constas yet to get off the mark. And that was sliding down the leg side. A really good decision by the umpire. And you can't hastily, you cannot use your reviews, particularly when both teams only have 1 review left. You need to be very, very careful while deciding to use a review. Matthew Gilks is back on strike. Oh, that's a full delivery. Matthew Gilks goes for the drive, misses it. Another dot ball from Shaheen Shah Afridi. They was just checking the ball there. Third ball of the over coming up. That's a wide down the leg side from Shaheen Afridi. Wide signaled by the umpire, so Shaheen Shah Afridi has to reload that one again. That's back of the line. Gilks flicks it away leg side towards mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single. Sam Constas is back on strike. Oh, goes for a brave scoop shot there, Sam Constas, but not able to make connection. It's not given as a wide either. Maybe it was close to the stumps there. Was looking for the scoop shot. Just missing the stumps there. And it's another dot ball from Shaheen Shah Afridi. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time it's driven in the air, 1 bounce to mid-off. And another dot ball. Was on the stumps this time, back of the length. Constas looking to hit it down the ground probably. Hitting it in the air. He has been struggling for form as Sam Constas in this tournament so far. Obviously still young days for him in his career. There's a bright prospect earlier this year actually in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, but ever since then he has quietened down a little bit, even in Test match cricket and now even in the BBL. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's a good Yorker there. It's flicked away by Constas towards mid-on and picks up another single. I mean, Constas gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. The 4 runs came from that over, and Sydney Thunder are 4 without loss after 1 over. Well, we can say that both the Sydney Thunder and the Brisbane Heat are playing in a neutral venue today, because Brisbane Heat's home ground, obviously the Gabba Stadium in Brisbane, and Sydney Thunder's home ground is obviously the SCG. They are playing at the Manuka Oval in Canberra. Bartlett now the new bowler into the attack. Ooh, and Constance goes for the drive, misses it. Again a dot ball to start the over. Sam Constance struggling a little bit for form probably. This time comes down the wickets and hits it down the ground. It's past mid-off and that will be the first boundary of the innings. Sam Constance using his feet and driving it beautifully down the ground, going past that fielder at mid-off and races away for 4. Maybe that will give some confidence to Sam Constance today. This time it's back of the length and Constance defends it towards covers. Another dot ball from Bartlett. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Bartlett bowling it really well. He's always been a regular wicket taker for the Brisbane Heat. This time it's driven away through the covers by Constance. Another boundary. The second boundary in this over. Just a little bit of width offered there by Bartlett. And Constance throwing his hands at it and picks up another boundary. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Constance looking really good. Again, this time an inside edge. It's towards deep square leg. And Sam Constance picks up another single. So Matthew Gilkes is back on strike. 1 more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. That's a wide down the leg side. Bartlett has to reload that one again. So last ball of the over coming up. That's another wide down the leg side. So again, Xavier Bartlett has to reload that one. So straying in line there, Xavier Bartlett bowling it too much down the leg side. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's gone in the air from Gilkes. And that's going all the way. In fact, yes, all the way for 6. What beautiful timing that is. Hitting through the line. clears the boundary. The first 6 of this innings, and a nice way to finish the over. An expensive over from Xavier Bartlett. 17 runs came from that over, and Sydney Thunder are 21 without loss after 2 overs. So Shaheen Shah Afridi now is back into the attack. Continuing into his second over. Sam Constas has struggled against Shaheen Afridi in the first over. Can he score runs now? That's on the stumps, and Constas drives it down the ground to mid-off. Again a dot ball to start the over. So Shaheen Afridi coming around the wicket, and Constas comes down the wicket, hits it towards mid-on, and picks up another single. This time it's cut away straight to third man. Oh, quick single attempted, and they make it comfortably. That's good running between the wickets. A very, very risky single attempted there, and Matthew Gilkes makes it. Oh, this time it's back of the lengths, and Constas looking to punch it away through the offside, not able to make connection. And another dot ball from Shaheen Shah Afridi. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's cut away, finds the gap, and that runs away for 4 as well. Little bit of width offered by Shaheen Afridi. Sam Constas finding gaps really well today, looking good now. This third boundary in this innings. So last ball of the over coming up. Full toss. That's driven away leg side. Finds the gap. It's towards deep mid wicket. And Constas picks up another couple of runs to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 29 without loss after 3 overs. So Liam Haskett is the new bowler into the attack now. Ooh, and Jilks looking to flick it away, gets it on the pads. Again, a dot ball to start the over. This time it's back of the length. It's flicked away by Matthew Jilks towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. So Sam Constas is back on strike. Oh, that's a short ball. Constas going for the pull shot and missing it altogether. Another dot ball from Liam Haskett. It's a good over so far. Just 1 run from this over. Still 3 balls left. The Brisbane Heat need to find a way to break partnerships. They cannot afford to leak runs like how they did in the last couple of matches. That's on a good length. It's driven down the ground to mid-off. And Constas picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Matthew Jilks is back on strike. That's a wide down the leg side. So Haskett has to reload that one again. Straying down the leg side there from Liam Haskett. This time a good delivery on the stumps. Oh, that's a little bit of a fumble there by the bowler. Allows Matthew Jilks to complete the single. So Constas is back on strike. 4 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. Constas on strike. Goes for a scoop. He gets it over third man for 4. What a clever shot that is. Was looking to play it over fine leg there. But once he saw the delivery was outside the off stump, changed his shot. Went over third man. It's raced away for 4 to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 37 without loss after 4 overs. So Matthew Kuhneman is the new bowler into the attack now for Brisbane Heat. Matthew Gilks is on strike. Ooh, he stops in his follow through. Kuhneman is a good bowler, but he was expensive in the previous match against Perth Scorchers. Almost every bowler was expensive. Need to see how he bowls today. Coming around the wicket to Gilks. That's a quicker delivery. Gilks punches it away down the ground. Looking for the second run. And that's good running between the wickets. Couple of runs for Matthew Gilks to start the over. This time again on the pads, quicker delivery there. Was looking to push for two once again. No, but this time they have to settle for the single. Just a single for Matthew Gilks. This time again on the stumps. Constas punches it away towards covers and picks up another single. This time goes for the sweep here, Gilks, but there is a fielder there at deep mid wicket. So Matthew Gilks picks up another single. 5 runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. That's another quicker delivery. It's punched down the ground by Constas. Towards long on. They're pushing for 2 here. Chance of run out to the keeper's end. But that's good running. Constas makes it back. There was a brief chance of run out, but not to be in the end. Good running from Sam Constas. 7 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. That's on the pads. It's flicked away again. They're going to push for 2, I think. And they'll make it comfortably. So somehow they've managed to get 9 runs from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 46 without loss after 5 overs. Jack Wildermuth is the new bowler into the attack now for Brisbane Heat. What a knock he played with the bat in the previous match. 110 not out in that world record run chase. And now he is going to have a job to do with the ball here. Try and break this opening partnership. So here's Jack Wildermuth. Matthew Gilks on strike. And he goes for a drive, a little bit of an inside edge. It's towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 3 here probably. Yes, that's good running between the wickets. 3 runs completed by Matthew Gilks. So Constas is back on strike. Comes down the wicket, pulls it away leg side. They're going to push for 2 here surely. It's towards deep mid wicket. Coming back for a second chance of run out at the bowler's end. But Matthew Gilks makes it back. So another couple of runs here for Sam Constas. It also brings up the 50 for Sydney Thunder. 50 comes up in just 5.2 overs. A 50 partnership as well, opening partnership of 51 from 32 balls between Sam Constas and Matthew Gilks. This time it's back of the length. It's driven down the ground by Constas towards mid-on and picks up another single. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Jack Wildermuth is proving to be one of the best all-rounders for Brisbane Heat this season. It's on the pads. It's flicked away by Matthew Gilks towards deep mid-wicket. They're going to push for 2 here, surely. This has been good running between the wickets. Ever since the last over, every single has been converted to 2s. Another couple of runs for Matthew Gilks. Goes for the cut shot there. Not able to make connection. Another dot ball from Wildermuth. Eight runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over. That's cut away straight to point. Chance of run out. Directed could have been close. It's another dot ball, is it? No, it's a single to finish the over. So the power play has been completed. Sydney Thunder are 55 without loss after 6 overs. So Liam Haskett now back into the attack and Matthew Gilks pulls it away. It's all the way for 6 over deep mid wicket. A short ball from Liam Haskett and Matthew Gilks picked up the length beautifully. He's deposited it over deep mid wicket for another 6 to start the over. This time it's back of the length. It's flicked away by Matthew Gilks towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. That's a full delivery. Constance going for the drive. Gets an inside edge. It's down the ground to long on. They're going to push for two. Oh, that's a good throw from the deep. But Matthew Gilks makes it back. Another couple of runs for Sam Constance. This time he gives himself room, smashes it down the ground, past mid-off, and that'll run away for four. Sam Constance continuing to look good here. Two full on this occasion from Liam Haskett, and Sam Constance bludgeoning it down the ground for another boundary. 13 runs from this over, still 2 balls left. This time he goes for the scoop and then had to change his shot probably. Another dot ball from Liam Haskett. So last ball of the over coming up. That's driven down the ground at the back foot towards mid-off. Constance picks up another single to finish the over. 14 runs came from that over, and Sydney Thunder are 69 without loss after 7 overs. So Xavier Bartlett is back into the attack. That's on the pads. Constance flicks it away towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single. This time it's a slow ball. It's cut away by Matthew Gilks towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. That shot this time, it's pulled away by Constance towards deep square leg, and the fielder can't get there. Another boundary for Constance. Two shot there from Xavier Bartlett, and Constance found the gap beautifully. Picks up another boundary. This time it's on the pads again. It's flicked away towards deep square leg, and Constance picks up another single. Oh, that's a good Yorker there. Jilks looking to hit it away, leg side, gets an inside edge towards mid-wicket. They're coming back for a second. And they make it comfortably. Another couple of runs here. What running between the wickets this is from both these batters. Last ball of the over. Oh, and that's pulled away. That's all the way. The moment it left the bat, it was headed only one place. Over deep square leg for 6 to finish the over. 15 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are now 84 without loss after 8 overs. So Matthew Kuhneman now back into the attack for the Heat. That's outside the off stump. Constance goes for the cut shot towards point and picks up another single to start the over. It's a quicker delivery. Jilks punches it down the ground to long on. They're pushing for 2. No, they can't. This time around, they can't go for the second. Just a single for Matthew Jilks. That's a quicker delivery. Sam Constance punches it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. This time again, Jilks sweeps it leg side towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single. So good over here from Kuhneman. Just 4 runs coming from this over, still 2 balls left. Oh, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. And now what are they going to do? Are they going to go upstairs? They are not. So it is a dot ball from Kuhneman. Really good over this. Exactly the kind of over Heat want. They also need wickets. Only then they can put the pressure on the opposition. Last ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, looks for the big shot, gets an inside edge, is towards deep mid-wicket and will pick up just a single to finish the over. Excellent over from Matthew Kuhneman. 5 runs came from that over and Sydney Thunder are 89 without loss after 9 overs. So Matt Renshaw is the new bowler into the attack now for the Brisbane Heat. And that's a quicker delivery. Constas flicks it away towards square leg and picks up another single to start the over. It's another quicker delivery. It's punched away off the back foot by Matthew Gilkes, straight to covers. Another dot ball here. Now goes for the sweep. Gets it in the gap. That'll run away for 4. Outstanding batting here from both these openers. Matthew Gilkes now moves into the 40s with that boundary. His first boundary in this innings to go with the 3 maximums which he has hit. This time it's slower through the air and Matthew Gilkes drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball here from Matt Renshaw. Matt Renshaw getting through his overs quickly. He goes for a sweep again. It's in the gap again for another boundary. Second boundary in this over. Matt Renshaw getting through his overs quickly. First of all, he's just going back to his run up and delivering after delivering the ball. A second boundary in this over for Gilkes. Last ball of the over, it's mistimed in the air, long off running in, puts it down. And Matthew Gilkes will pick up another couple of runs. Already struggling to stop the runs here. The Brisbane Heat bowlers are now dropping catches as well as not helping their cause. Couple of runs to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over. 100 comes up for Sydney Thunder. They are 100 without loss after 10 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break, and a good start to the over here from Jack Wildermuth. 2 singles to start the over. Matthew Gilks on 49, but he's at the non-strikers end. Constas is on 48. And what an opening partnership this is turning out to be. 102 from 63 balls. That's back of the length. It's driven back to the bowler by Constas. Another dot ball from Jack Wildermuth. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Comes down the wicket, pulls it away leg side towards deep mid wicket, and Constas picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Matthew Gilks is on for both batters on 49 actually. But Matthew Gilks is on strike and 49 now. And that's just gently driven towards covers and get the single and a half century here for Matthew Gilks. A much needed half century because Sydney Thunder, their batting has been struggling in the last couple of matches. But today both these openers have stepped up. And Matthew Gilks has scored 50 from just 28 balls. With 2 boundaries and 3 sixers at a strike rate of 178.57. Outstanding knock. Last ball of the over coming up. That's full again. Constas drives it down the ground. He will pick up his half century. He'll pick up the single. Another half century here for Sam Constas. Another fantastic knock. He's been out of form for quite a long time actually. Finally, what a time to come back to form. 50 from just 38 balls with 6 boundaries at a strike rate of 131.6. And it brings an end to that over. 5 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 105 without loss after 11 overs. So Liam Haskett is back into the attack now for Brisbane Heat. Continuing into his 3rd over. Coming around the wicket to Constas. And Constas gives himself room, punches it away, finds the gap. What beautiful placement. Will that race away for 4? Yes, it does. Again a boundary to start the over. Gave himself room there, Constas. And placed it beautifully in the gap. And now Haskett coming around the wicket. Constas gives himself room, drives it away towards point and picks up another single. That's short and wide, cut away by Matthew Gilks towards deep extra covers. Now they're pushing for 2 here, chance of run out. Oh, throw should have been a little bit more quicker. Matthew Gilks makes it back, another couple of runs. That's a full delivery. It's hit away leg side towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2, are they? Yes, they are. That's good running between the wickets for Matthew Gilks. Another couple of runs here. Two more deliveries left in this over. That's shot this time. It's pulled in the air towards deep mid wicket. And Matthew Gilks picks up another single. Last ball of the over coming up. Coming around the wicket here, Haskett. Goes for the reverse sweep, gets it over the fielders, and that runs away. 1 bounce for 4. Boundary to finish the over there. 14 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 119 without loss after 12 overs. So Matthew Kuhneman is back into the attack, into his third over. Where are the Heat getting the breakthrough from? Matthew Gilks is on strike. Moves across his stumps, goes for the sweep. It's towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2 here, I think. No, they are not. Just a single to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Short and wide. Constas cuts it away to point left. Picking the single here. That's good running. Another single for Constas. This time he goes for the sweep. It's towards fine leg, towards square leg, and Matthew Gilks picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. Another quicker delivery on the pads. Constas flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. That's hit down the ground, 1 bounce to long on, and Matthew Gilks picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Short and wide, cut away by Constas. The fielder got a hand on it. They're pushing for 2 here. And they'll get it comfortably. Another couple of runs to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 126 without loss after 13 overs. So Jack Wildermuth is back into the attack now. And that's a full delivery. Matthew Gilks drives it towards covers and picks up another single to start the over. That's short and that's pulled away by Constance. Fielder there takes the catch at deep mid wicket. And finally the wicket, finally the breakthrough for Brisbane Heat. After a very long partnership, 127 run opening partnership, Constance has holed out to Colin Munro at deep mid wicket, and Brisbane Heat have the breakthrough. And once again it's that man Jack Wildermuth who cannot do much wrong in this tournament so far. 100 with the bat, wickets with the ball. A really good catch from Colin Munro there. And finally, the Sydney Thunder have lost a wicket. Sam Constance has played really well. Fantastic knock from Sam Constance comes to an end. He's out after scoring 63 from 45 balls. And Sydney Thunder are 127 for 1 after 13.2 overs. Sam Billings is the new batter to the crease. And he comes down the wicket, guides it towards point and gets off the mark with a single. This time looking to flick it away, a little bit of bat and pad on it. And Gilks picks up another single. Comes down the wicket, looks to pull it away. It's gone underneath the bat. And another dot ball from Wildermuth. Last ball of the over. Comes down the wicket. Billings hits it leg side towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2 here. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Sam Constance. And Sydney Thunder are 131 for 1 after 14 overs. So the power surge has been taken and Xavier Bartlett is back into the attack now. Matthew Gilks is batting on 59 from 36 balls. So here's Bartlett. Full toss and Matthew Gilks drives it straight to covers. Shaheen Shah Afridi does well at covers. So Matthew Gilks picks up another single. Second ball of the over coming up. That's pulled away leg side. One bounce to deep mid wicket. And Sam Billings picks up another single. That's short this time. It's hammered it away. Gilks, but there is deep mid wicket. So Matthew Gilks picks up another single. Goes for the scoop. Doesn't make connection there. Premeditated there, Sam Billings. Another dot ball from Bartlett. In fact, it's given as a wide actually. So Xavier Bartlett might have to reload that one again. No, it's given as a dot ball only. My God, the scoreboard itself is confusing things. That's pulled away by Billings all the way. All the way for 6. He picked the slow ball. Has deposited it over deep mid wicket. This is exactly what Sam Billings can do. He picks up his first 6 in this innings. Sydney Thunder still roaring strong. So last ball of the over coming up. Goes again leg side and that's 1 bounce 4 towards deep square leg. So 6 and a 4 to finish the over. An expensive over from Bartlett. 13 runs came from that over and Sydney Thunder are 144 for 1 after 15 overs. The Shaheen Shah Afridi now is back into the attack for the Brisbane Heat. That's a full toss inside edge. It's past fine leg for 4. Again, a boundary to start the over there. Very fortuitous boundary, we can say. Jilks was looking to go big leg side. Got an inside edge. And he picks up his third boundary. Moves to 65 now with that boundary. That's full again, and Jilk hits it down the ground to mid-on and picks up another single, or direct hit as well. Going upstairs to the third umpire. Direct hits are always closer than you think, but I think Matthew Jilks made his ground back in time. It is a direct hit, but Matthew Jilks has made it back. That's good running between the wickets. So not out is the decision. Single completed. Now Billings is back on strike. That's a full delivery. It's flicked away by Billings. Finds the gap. That's 4 more. Sam Billings looking really good here. Full and on the pads from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Just nonchalantly flicked it away there, Sam Billings. Picks up another boundary, and the 150 comes up for the Sydney Thunder in just 15.3 overs with that boundary. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Shaheen Shah Afridi coming around the wicket. Well, it doesn't matter for Sam Billings because that's going only one way. All the way for 6 over deep square leg. Shaheen Shah Afridi has to hold his head. Can't believe it. It was a slow ball from Shaheen Shah Afridi, but Sam Billings picks up the length so well. Deposits it over deep square leg for another maximum. Remember, this is the power surge. 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's a full delivery. It's driven down the ground. It's gone off the boot of Shaheen Afridi, I think, towards mid-on, and picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. That's full delivery. It's flicked away by Matthew Jilks towards deep mid wicket. They're pushing for 2 here. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to finish the over. So 18 runs came from that over, and Sydney Thunder are 162 for 1 after 16 overs. So Matthew Kuhneman is back into the attack now. For the Brisbane Heat, the streaming got struck here. Oh, the catch has been taken. The catch has been taken. The stream got struck, unfortunately for me. The wicket has gone down here. Sam Billings has been dismissed. Matthew Kuhneman strikes for Brisbane Heat into his last over. He picks up the big wicket of Sam Billings. It was short and wide. Was looking for the cut shot. It spooned in the air. And a simple catch at point. So the second wicket goes down here for Sydney Thunder. Kuhneman has bowled well today actually. It's only the other bowlers that have been expensive today. Sam Billings is out after scoring 25 from 11 balls. And Sydney Thunder are 162 for 2 after 16.1 overs. So David Warner is the new batter to the crease, coming in with 23 balls left in the innings. Experienced batter, but has been short of runs for quite a long time now. And he'll be looking to provide a good finish to this innings for the Thunder. So second ball of the over coming up. And that's flicked away gently. He's going to push for 2 here, Warner. And he'll get off the mark with a couple of runs. Ooh, directed at the bowler's end would have been close. That would have been very, very close. Couple of runs from Dave Warner. Gets off the mark with a couple of runs. This time Warner goes for the sweep. It's towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. This is good bowling from Matthew Kuhneman. Previous match he was expensive. This match is much more economical. Economy of only 6.57. Matthew Gilkes is back on strike. He's a big hitter of the ball. Alright. Has played so well so far. The set batter at the crease. Batting on 68 from 41 balls. Goes for the sweep. It's in the air. Clears the field. One bounce to deep square leg. They're going to push for another couple of runs there. And that's good running between the wickets from Matthew Gilkes. Another couple of runs. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. 5 runs from this over so far. Now comes down the wicket there and only manages to drive it back to the bowler. I think it was the quicker delivery there from Kuhneman. Another dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up. Last ball of Kuhneman's spell today. Goes for the sweep again. It's towards that man and oh, he's overrun it. Overrun it and it's gone through for 4. That should have been just a single. The fielder completely overran the delivery. And a boundary to finish the over. So good over. Became expensive in the end. 9 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Sam Billings. And Sydney Thunder are 171 for 2 after 17 overs. So Jack Wildermuth is bowling the 18th over now. Warner hits it down the ground, clears mid off, and that'll run away for 4 as well to start the over. Just clearing that mid off fielder there. And Warner is away with a boundary, his first boundary in this year's Big Bash tournament. The second ball of the over coming up. Goes offside, it's in the air, he sliced it, fielder! Oh, what a catch! Diving forward at deep extra covers. Completes the catch. And Jack Wildermuth strikes back. After conceding the boundary, Warner was looking to go over the top of the offside. But a fantastic catch there by that fielder there, diving forward. Another wicket goes for Thunder. Warner has to go. Couldn't get the timing in that one. Only managed to slice it in the air. Terrific catch there by that fielder. Diving forward, never easy. And much needed wicket for the Heat. They need to keep on taking these wickets if they want to restrict the Thunder below 200. David Warner is out after scoring 7 runs from 4 balls. And Sydney Thunder are 175 for 3 after 17.2 overs. So Daniel Sams is the new batter to the crease for Sydney Thunder. It's a fuller delivery. Sams drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Wildermuth. They still have Shadab Khan and Chris Green to come in after this for batting. And Sam sets it away offside, 1 bounce to deep extra covers and picks up another single. Cam Bancroft will come in after this and Shadab Khan and Chris Green. So there is batting left. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Moves across his stumps there. Matthew Gilk slices it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single as well. Six runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Good over from Jack Wildermuth. Last ball of the over. Oh, Sams looks to swing leg side. It's gone through the bat, gone through everything. Another dot ball to finish the over. Very excellent spell from Jack Wildermuth. Finishes with 2 for 25 in his 4 overs. 6 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 177 for 3 after 18 overs. The Shaheen Shah Afridi is going to be bowling the penultimate over for Brisbane Heat. Gilkes goes for a scoop. Oh, how did that miss the stumps? $1 million question probably. With no answers. Dot ball to start the over. So Thunder are being restricted here towards the end. This is good comeback from the Heat bowlers. If they can keep the Thunder below 200, I think the Brisbane Heat will back themselves to chase it down. They chased down 258 last night, just a few days ago. That's a full delivery. And Matthew Gilkes hits it down the ground, too long off, and picks up another single. Singles are not doing the job here for the Thunder. So Daniel Sams is back on strike. Well, that's whipped away. It's past that fielder there, and that'll run away for 4 towards deep square leg. Found the gap beautifully. Once it beat that fielder, it was racing away for 4. Daniel Sams picks up his first boundary in this innings. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, that's a good Yorker outside the off stump. Excellent Yorker from Shaheen Afridi. Good comeback after conceding the boundary. Dot ball here. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Projected score at the current run rate 195. He hits it in the air down the ground towards long off, and Daniel Sams picks up another single. 6 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Behind on the over rate as well, the Brisbane Heat. Matthew Gilkes is back on strike. He's batting on 76 but has slowed down a little bit in the last few overs. Last ball of the over coming up. They're already behind in the over rate, wasting more time here, the Brisbane Heat. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's a fantastic Yorker. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out, and they're going to go for the review. Nothing to lose. Only 1 over left after this. And Matthew Gilkes himself is signalling the review to the umpire. How about a batter signalling the bowling team's review to the umpire? That is something unique. Unheard of. He'll have to go upstairs to check this one. But I think nothing to lose. Only 1 review left, but only 1 over left after this. So might as well just take the review. Now, if there is no bat involved in that, I think that could be pretty close here. It's a flat line as the ball passes the bat. It's gone directly onto the pads. Now this could be catastrophic here for Sydney Thunder because there's no bat involved in that. And I think, well, Matthew Gilkes has already started walking as if he already knows that he has been dismissed here. So it's impact in line and wickets crashing into the stumps. What a review from Shaheen Shah Afridi. He went for the review, the batter himself went for the review, and in the end both reviews have proved correct. The umpire reverses her decision to out. It's a wicket of the final ball of Shaheen Shah Afridi's spell. Matthew Gilkes is out after a magnificent knock of 76 from 48 balls, and Sydney Thunder are 183 for 4 after 19 overs. So Chris Green is the new batter to the crease for the Sydney Thunder. Only one more over left in this innings. Xavier Bartlett is going to be bowling the last over for the Brisbane Heat. Has been very expensive today, none for 45 in his 3 overs. Daniel Sams will be on strike. So last over of the innings, here's Bartlett. That's a wide down the leg side. Has to reload that one again. Extra run for Sydney Thunder. Can they get to 200 or will the Heat restrict them? Bartlett has been very expensive today. Normally a really good bowler. Oh, that's a fantastic Yorker. Another appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. Sams picks up another single. Chris Green is back on strike. 5 more deliveries left in this innings. Chris Green is the new batter to the crease. Has the capability to hit boundaries. He has a small reputation with the bat, has to be said. Primarily a bowler though. He's been sent ahead of Cam Bancroft, who is a proper batter. Second ball of the over coming up. That's a full toss on the pads. It's flicked away towards deep square leg. And Chris Green picks up another single. Chris Green gets off the mark with a single. 186 now the total. 4 more deliveries left in this innings. Daniel Sams looking to play some big shots. I am sure if a wicket falls now, Shadab Khan might come in. He's another finisher. That's another wide down the leg side. Pressure building on Bartlett here. Once again straying down the leg side. Was looking for that Yorker. So still 4 balls left in this innings, and this innings is taking forever to complete actually, with so many extras coming in. That's full delivery. Sams hits it down the ground to long on. They'll push for 2 I think, and they'll get it comfortably. Another couple of runs for Daniel Sams. So 3 more deliveries left in this innings. 6 runs have come from this over so far. Sams can play the big shots. We have seen it before. He can hit some sixes. 4th ball of the over. That's full and on the pads, looking to flick it away. Good bowling from Bartlett. It's gone off the pads towards third man, and Daniel Sams picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this innings. Chris Green back on strike. It's full and on the pads. It's flicked it away. It's gone off the pads towards square leg. And Chris Green picks up another single. It will be 1 leg bias I think for Chris Green. The last ball of the innings coming up. Daniel Sams is on strike. Full toss and swung away leg side towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2 here surely. It's going to be a run out big time. No, good running, good dive in the end. Saves Daniel Sams. And another couple of runs to finish the innings. They're going to have a look at the run out, but I think Daniel Sams has made it back. So Sydney Thunder have finished well here. Both the batters are running off. 10 runs came from that last over, and Sydney Thunder finish their 20 overs on 193 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs. Matthew Gilkes scored 76 from 48 balls, and Sam Constas scored 63 from 45 balls. As far as the Brisbane Heat are concerned, Jack Wildermuth picked up 2 wickets, 2 for 25 in his 4 overs. Matthew Kuhneman picked up 1 for 29 in his 4. The Brisbane Heat, they chased down 258 in the previous match. They need to chase down 194 runs from their full quota of 20 overs to win this game. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the second innings here. The Sydney Thunder, they have posted Sydney Thunder have posted 193 for 4 on the board. Brisbane Heat will need 194 runs to win this match. They are fresh from that historic run chase of 258 in the previous match, so definitely the Heat will back themselves today as well. Colin Munro opening the batting for the Brisbane Heat along with Jack Wildermuth. Both batters in form. Colin Munro played well in the first match, and Jack Wildermuth, obviously the centurion in the previous match against the Perth Scorchers. So definitely two batters in form. Reece Topley now has the new ball in his hand. He's going to be bowling the first over for Sydney Thunder. So all in readiness now. Topley is going to be bowling the first over. So first ball of the run chase coming up. Heat need 194 to win. Here's Topley to Munro. Ooh, and that beats the outside edge of Colin Munro. A beauty to start from Reece Topley. Just in and around that off stump, Munro was going for the drive. Second ball of the over coming up. Munro hits it in the air. Fielder just clears the fielder there. And that's racing away. Will it go for 4? It won't. Munro gets off the mark with a couple of runs. In fact, they're coming back for 3. So 3 runs for Colin Munro. So third ball of the over coming up. And that's a wide down the leg side. It's given as a wide actually by the umpire. So Reece Topley has to reload that one again. That's on the pads. Wildermuth flicks it away leg side towards deep square leg and gets off the mark with another single. Well, both these batters, if they start to get going, it can be real danger signs for the Sydney Thunder actually. It's short this time. It's pulled away by Munro towards deep square leg for 4. Too short from Reece Topley. Munro pounces on it. It's the first boundary of the innings. Beautifully pulled away there by Colin Munro. Oh, comes down the wicket. Munro heaves and misses. Appealing for a catch here is Topley. The umpire says not out. So another dot ball from Topley. So last ball of the over coming up. That's full. Let's hit down the ground. Over mid-on. That's 1 bounce. 4 as well. So really good start here from Colin Munro. A boundary to finish that over. Expensive start from the Sydney Thunder. 13 runs came from that first over. And Brisbane Heat are 13 without loss after 1 over. So Nathan McAndrew is the new bowler into the attack now for Sydney Thunder. Jack Wildermuth is on strike. Oh, that's an inside edge onto the pads, looking for the single there, can't get it. So dot ball to start the over from McAndrew. The Wildermuth fresh off a century, looking to take the game away from the opposition once again. Comes down the wicket, goes for the pull. It's gone underneath the bat, I think. Another dot ball, appealing for something here. The Thunder fielders. And are they going to go for the review? Surely not. Only one review left for both the teams. Don't waste your reviews. I always say the same thing, don't waste your reviews when you only have one review left. This time Wildermuth gives himself room, looks to cut it away and misses it. Again a dot ball from McAndrew. 3 dot balls to start this over. Excellent start to the over from Nathan McAndrew. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's on the stumps. It's defended back to the bowler by Jack Wildermuth. Another dot ball from McAndrew. Can we see a maiden over here? 4 dot balls to start this over. Required run rate now 9.87. Oh, shot again. Went for the pull shot. He's got a hit on the hips. Now that'll hurt, I think. That'll surely hurt Wildermuth. It's another dot ball. What an over this is turning out to be from Nathan McAndrew. 5 dot balls in this over. Can we seriously see a maiden over now? 1 more delivery left in this over. So last ball of the over coming up. Goes for the pull again, not able to make connection. What an over this is. Made an over from Nathan McAndrew and Sydney Thunder, made an over from Nathan McAndrew and Brisbane Heat are 13 without loss after 2 overs. I'm getting confused between which team is batting actually. But yes, Brisbane Heat are chasing 194. So they are 13 without loss after 2 overs. But what an over from Nathan McAndrew. Made an over at this stage inside the power play is an achievement. And now Daniel Sams is the new bowler into the attack now for Sydney Thunder. Colin Munro will be on strike. He scored 11 runs from 5 balls. A previous match centurion. Jack Wildermuth is struggling a little bit here. That's back of the length and Munro drives it straight to covers. Dot ball to start the over. Required run rate 10.15. It's a slow ball. It's driven again down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball from Daniel Sams. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. It's shot this time, it's pulled in the air, clears mid-on. It won't reach the boundary. But Colin Munro will pick up another couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets. Couple of runs for Colin Munro. This time it's punched away straight to point. And another dot ball from Daniel Sams. 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time it's back of the length. It's pulled away again by Colin Munro towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. 3 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. Goes for the pull. It's an inside edge. And Wildermuth finally picks up the single to finish the over. An excellent over again from Daniel Sams. Just 4 runs came from that over. And Brisbane Heat are 17 without loss after 3 overs. So Nathan McAndrew bowled a maiden over in his first over. He's continuing into his second over. Jack Wildermuth is on strike. Is ready to get going but not able to get going. That's on the pads. It's helped on its way for 4. It's gone off the pads in fact. So it will be 4 leg byes for Jack Wildermuth. That'll take some pressure off, I think. So 4 leg byes it is to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Goes for the pull again, but this time not able to make connection. And another dot ball from Nathan McAndrew. Well, that swung away leg side. It's towards deep mid wicket again. Oh, that's good fielding at deep mid wicket. And Jack Wildermuth picks up another couple of runs here. 6 runs have come from this over. Still 3 balls left. This time it swung away again, leg side, it's in the gap. This could race away for 4, Yes, it does. Another boundary here for Wildermuth. Not quite timed perfectly, but found the gap to perfection there. Was smeared leg side, just beating that fielder at deep mid wicket. And Wildermuth with his first boundary in this innings. This time it's heaved away again off the inside edge. It's going towards deep square leg for 4 as well. So back-to-back boundaries from Jack Wildermuth. Nathan McAndrew bowled a maiden in his first over. Has been a little expensive in this over. 2 consecutive boundaries, not in the most convincing fashion. But Jack Wildermuth will take it. And this time comes down the wicket, hits it high in the air. Fielder running backwards, can't get there. David Warner, the fielder there, was looking to take the catch, but somehow the ball eluded him and lands in empty space. And Wildermuth picks up another couple of runs to finish the over as well. So 16 runs came from that over. And the Brisbane Heat are 33 without loss after 4 overs. So Shadab Khan is the new bowler into the attack now. Oh, and straight away starts with an absolute beauty there. Munro looking to punch it on the back foot, but not able to make connection. It's short this time. Munro pulls it away leg side. Oh, lands just short of that fielder there at deep mid wicket. It goes through as well for 4. Almost carried to that fielder. But a boundary nevertheless for Colin Munro. And this time Munro goes for the reverse sweep. Misses it completely. It's a dot ball again from Shadab Khan. Well, it's a top edge. Fielder takes the catch at short third man, and Shadab Khan gets the breakthrough. Once again, having the courage to toss it up. Munro went for the big shot, got the top edge. A fielder at short third man doesn't make a mistake on that one. So Shadab Khan, of all people, provides the breakthrough for Thunder. Spin being introduced, and that has paid dividends. I think Munro looking to play too many shots. Only managing to get the top edge. And a very important breakthrough for the Sydney Thunder. Finally getting their first breakthrough. Breaks the opening partnership. Colin Munro is out after scoring 18 runs from 14 balls. And Brisbane Heat are 37 for 1 after 4.4 overs. So Colin Munro out, never mind. New batter to the crease for the Brisbane Heat is Matt Renshaw. The 2 centurions from the previous match are batting together once again in a run chase. What a treat to watch, isn't it? But that doesn't mean that they will score a century in every match, isn't it? That is also another thing. Two more deliveries left in this over. Quicker delivery, Renshaw punches it away down the ground to long on and picks up a single. Matt Renshaw gets off the mark with a single. So Jack Wildermuth is back on strike. The last ball of the over coming up. Has bowled him. What a delivery. A googly there from Shadab Khan. Through the gate of Jack Wildermuth. 2 in the over for Shadab Khan. And is this game turning on its head now? What a googly that was. A hoik across the line from Jack Wildermuth. He loses his midline leg stump in the process. And this over from Shadab Khan is changing the complexion of the game here. The centurion from the previous match, Jack Wildermuth, is departing back to the pavilion. And the Heat in a little bit of trouble here. Just 5 runs came from that over, including 2 wickets. Jack Wildermuth is out after scoring 14 runs from 15 balls. And Brisbane Heat are 38 for 2 after 5 overs. So Chris Green is the new bowler into the attack now. Hugh Webkin is the new batter to the crease for Brisbane Heat. They'll need to get rid of Renshaw also quickly. Sydney Thunder. Sydney Thunder are actually a good team. They've lost back-to-back matches. Their batting has been a little inconsistent. But Constas coming back to form today will be a big boost for the Sydney Thunder for sure. Chris Green coming around the wicket to Renshaw. That's a full delivery. Renshaw drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another. Coming back for a second here. Oh, that was a very risky second run. But couple of runs to start the over from Renshaw. That's a quicker delivery this time. Renshaw flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. This time tossed up again. Hugh Webgin hits it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. This time driven in the air, just wide of that fielder. At covers, it's towards long off. They'll pick up a couple of runs here. That's good running from Renshaw. Another couple of runs from Matt Renshaw. They still have Tom Alsop, Max Bryant and Jimmy Pearson. They can all bat after this. Max Bryant has been struggling for form, but he played a quick fire knock in the previous match towards the end of the run chase. It's driven again down the ground by Renshaw towards long off for another single. One more delivery left in this over. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. David Warner still optimistic as a captain. Lost the first 2 matches, trying to bounce back, trying to get a win on the board here. Last ball of the over coming up. Chris Green is normally a wicket taker, but he's been short of wickets actually in the first 3 matches, has to be said. That's a quicker delivery. It's punched down the ground. Good fielding at mid wicket. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 7 runs came from that over, and Brisbane Heat after the power play are 45 for 2 after 6 overs. So Shadab Khan is continuing into his second over, picked up 2 wickets in his first over, and that has put some pressure now on the Brisbane Heat. They need to keep taking wickets when you're defending these scores. The reason why Brisbane Heat were able to chase down 258 in the previous match was because the Perth Scorchers couldn't break that partnership between Matt Renshaw and Jack Wildermuth. They had done most of the damage in that match. But now that the Thunder have got 2 wickets, they need to keep on taking wickets. The more wickets they take, the more pressure on the chasing team. Matt Renshaw on strike. Quicker delivery. Renshaw goes on the back foot, defends it towards mid wicket. Dot ball to start the over. That's swatted down the ground by Renshaw. Straight down the ground for 4. So finally a boundary from Matt Renshaw. Was a little too short there from Shadab Khan. And Renshaw smashed it down the ground. Will pick up his first boundary in this innings. This time Renshaw goes for the reverse sweep straight to point. Dot ball here from Shadab Khan. Goes for the drive again. It's past the fielder at covers. Finds the gap for another 4. Second boundary in the over from Renshaw. Beautifully placed once again. He is in rich vein of form now as Matt Renshaw. You cannot afford to miss slightly to him. He'll punish you. This time it's a quicker delivery again, and Renshaw defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. And Renshaw goes straight back down the ground, past the bowler again. Another boundary to finish the over. So an expensive over here from Shadab Khan. 12 runs came from that over. And Brisbane Heat are 57 for 2 after 7 overs. So Chris Green is continuing into his second over. A really good bowler actually. Has conceded 7 runs in his first over. Hugh Webgin is on strike. Gives himself room. Hugh Webgin slices it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Matt Renshaw is back on strike. This time it's a fuller delivery on the stumps. Renshaw drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. This time driven again by Webgin towards deep extra covers for another single. Good over so far, just 3 runs from this over. Still 3 balls left. And now Renshaw goes for a slog sweep. And he's nailed it. All the way for 6 over deep mid wicket. Well, Matt Renshaw, every time he's gone down on his knees to play that slog sweep, he has hit it to perfection this season. Picks up his first 6 in this innings. And now the Heat are coming back into this game. This time it's a quicker delivery on the pads, and Matt Renshaw flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. 10 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. Last ball of the over. It's punched down the ground again towards long on. Webgin picks up another single to finish the over. So 11 runs came from that over, and Brisbane Heat are 68 for 2 after 8 overs. So Tanveer Sangha is the new bowler into the attack now for the Sydney Thunder. Another spinner, another leg spinner. Hugh Webgin is on strike. Here's Tanveer Sangha. That's flicked away by Webgin towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2, are they? No, they're not. Just a single for Webgin. Matt Renshaw is back on strike. Tanveer Sangha coming around the wicket. Renshaw goes for the reverse sweep. It's towards point. Chance of a run out at the bowler's end. Oh, that could have been very close there. That could have been very, very close. Renshaw completes the single. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. Short and wide, cut away by Webgin towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. The 3 more deliveries left in this over. This time it's driven down the ground by Renshaw towards long on and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. As tossed up, goes down the ground here, Hugh Webgin. Oh, excellent fielding. Who is that fielder there? I think it's Cam Bancroft. At long on has done a fantastic work there by stopping the boundary. Couple of runs for Hugh Webgin. The last ball of the over coming up. Short this time, it's pulled down the ground to long on for another single to finish the over. A good over from Tanveer Sangha. 7 runs came from that over, and Brisbane Heat are 75 for 2 after 9 overs. So Reece Topley is back into the attack into his second over. Amazing how Shadab Khan has been taken out of the attack after one expensive over. Only 12 runs he gave. But he picked up a couple of wickets. Could have continued with him actually. But I think they're keeping him for the death overs probably. Here's Reece Topley. Hugh Webgin on strike. A slow ball looking to flick it away there. Pick up the single. Oh, footwork attempted by Reece Topley, just misses the stumps. Another single for Hugh Webgin. So Matt Renshaw is back on strike. Goes for the scoop again, then had to change his shot probably towards the keeper. And another dot ball from Matt Renshaw, from Reece Topley. Slow ball is pulled away by Renshaw in the gap for 4. Tracked down. That was a slow ball from Reece Topley, but he pulled it too short there. And Matt Renshaw waited on it and has pulled it away towards deep mid wicket for another boundary. Three more deliveries left in this over. Full toss, put away again leg side, but there is the fielder there at deep mid wicket. So Renshaw picks up another single. Back to you, Hugh Webgin. So Hugh Webgin on strike. Slow ball, it's on the pads, it flicked away. They're going to push for two here, surely. Coming back for the second, that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Hugh Webgin. Required run rate now 10.92. So last ball of the over coming up. Hugh Webgin on strike. That's a full delivery driven towards covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over, and Brisbane Heat are 83 for 2 after 10 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break. Tanveer Sangha continuing into his second over. 2 singles to start this over. Now Matt Renshaw is back on strike. And that swung away leg side by Renshaw towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. So a good start to this over. Every quiet over like this will help the Sydney Thunder in this game. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. Surprising that Sydney Thunder, they chased down 258 in the previous match. And they're struggling here to chase down 194. That's a wide outside the off stump from Tanvir Sangha. Has to reload that one again. Comes down the wicket this time, flicks it away leg side towards long on, and Hugh Webkin picks up another single. Struggling here, Hugh Webkin, no boundary so far from him. And now Renshaw is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Goes in the air, offside, fielder can't get there. 1 bounce to deep extra covers. And Renshaw picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Hugh Webkin back on strike. Changing angle now, Tanvir Sangha coming around the wicket to Webkin. Goes for the reverse sweep, gets it past that man. That'll run away for 4, I think. Quick outfield. A boundary to finish the over finally. Hugh Webkin picks up his first boundary in this innings. And a boundary to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over. And Brisbane Heat are 93 for 2 after 11 overs. So Chris Green is back into the attack now for Sydney Thunder. Renshaw is on strike. This time Renshaw sweeps it again towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Hugh Webkin is back on strike. Gives himself room, pulls it away again, it's in the gap, and I'll race away for 4. 2 shots from Chris Green, and Webkin rocked onto the back foot, found the gap beautifully. This time he's cut it in the air, 1 bounce to covers, and Hugh Webkin picks up another quick single. So Matt Renshaw is back on strike. Quicker delivery now, flicked away by Renshaw towards deep mid wicket. Picks up the single. 100 comes up for the Brisbane Heat. 100 comes up in just 11.4 overs at the loss of 2 wickets. 94 needed from the last 50 balls. Hugh Webkin is back on strike. This time it's driven down the ground by Webkin towards long on and picks up another single. The last ball of the over. And that's driven down the ground again by Renshaw towards long off and picks up another single to finish the over. So 9 runs came from that over and Brisbane Heat are 102 for 2 after 12 overs. So Shadab Khan is back into the attack now for the Sydney Thunder. He's into his third over, picked up a couple of wickets. Second over conceded 12 runs, and now he's back into the attack once again. Matt Renshaw will be on strike. Oh, that's pulled in the air. Now, is there any fielder getting to it? No, lands safely. And Renshaw picks up another single to start the over. Can't believe it there, Shadab Khan. Somehow that landed in empty space. Would have been the biggest wicket of Matt Renshaw. This is not looking like a 258 wicket for me. That's why Brisbane Heat are struggling to get some momentum in this innings. Short and wide, cut away, past the field, red covers, it's towards deep extra covers. And Hogue Webkin will push for another couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets. But it has to be said, a very poor delivery from Shadab Khan. Short and wide there. The third ball of the over coming up. Oh, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. And Shayad the stumps as well by the wicket keeper, but not able to hit the stumps. They're not going to go for the review, I think, because that's sliding down the leg side. I think it was the quicker delivery from Shadab Khan. Leg by single has been given. Matt Renshaw is back on strike. Comes down the wicket, flicks it down the ground to long on. Oh, misfield, fumble at long on. Allows another couple of runs here. Very, very sloppy there. Two more deliveries left in this over. Still a good over from Shadab Khan. 6 runs have come from this over. Goes for the reverse, it's bowled him. Another wicket goes down. Matt Renshaw looking for the reverse sweep there. Missing it altogether. Has been castled by Shadab Khan again. A third wicket for Shadab Khan in this innings. And is that the wicket that the Sydney Thunder were looking to maybe come back fully into this game? Losing his middle and off stump there, Matt Renshaw. What a spell this is from Shadab Khan. All the 3 wickets that have fallen in this innings have been picked by Shadab Khan, of all people. Sydney Thunder are still alive in this game. Matt Renshaw is out after scoring 43 runs from 28 balls. And Brisbane Heat are 108 for 3 after 12.5 overs. So Tom Alsop is the new batter to the crease for Brisbane Heat. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. Oh, and that's defended back to the bowler. Another beautiful delivery there. Dot ball to finish the over. Excellent over from Shadab Khan. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Matt Renshaw. And Brisbane Heat are 108 for 3 after 13 overs, needing 86 to win from the last 7 overs. So Chris Green now is continuing into his last over now. Hogue Webkin on strike. Gives himself room, drives it down the ground to long off. and picks up another single to start the over. Tom Alsop is back on strike. .85 needed from 41 now. The required run rate 12.44. Tom Alsop is back on strike. This time it's on the pass. It's flicked away by Alsop towards deep mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. That's a quicker delivery. Hugh Webgin punches it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. 3 singles in this over. Chris Green looking to pick up another wicket here. Tom Alsop is back on strike. That's another quicker ball. It's driven down the ground to long on and Tom Alsop picks up another single. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Thunder are having the advantage at the moment, bowling wonderfully with their spinners. Shadab has picked up 3 wickets. Chris Green is bowling it economically here. Only 4 runs from this over. Still 2 balls left. And this time it's fuller delivery driven straight to covers by Hugh Webgin. Another dot ball from Chris Green. The last ball of the over coming up from Chris Green. Last ball of the over. That's driven down the ground by Webgin towards long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over and Brisbane Heat are 113 for 3 after 14 overs. Chris Green finishes his spell, none for 32 in his 4 overs, a really good spell. And now they might bowl out Shadab as well. Try and squeeze in another wicket if possible. No, in fact they are bringing back Daniel Sams now is back into the attack. The power surge has been taken. 81 needed from the last 6 overs for the Brisbane Heat. So Hugh Webgin is on strike. Daniel Sams coming over the wicket to Hugh Webgin. That's a full delivery. Webgin drives it down the ground to mid-off and picks up another single to start the over. So Tom Alsop is back on strike. That's a slow ball. It's driven in the air towards covers. And Alsop picks up another single as well. So 2 singles to start this over. Hugh Webgin is back on strike. .79 needed from 34 now. Oh, it goes for a scoop. He scooped it back onto his stumps. And Daniel Sams gets the breakthrough as well. What has Hugh Webgin done there? Looking for the scoop shot. He's been struggling all innings long. And he's just parried it onto his stumps there. And Daniel Sams provides another breakthrough here for Sydney Thunder, who are strengthening their grip in this match, as the required run rate now nears 15 probably. And Sams provides another breakthrough. Hugh Webkin is out after scoring 30 runs from 26 balls. And Brisbane Heat in all kinds of problems. 115 for 4 after 14.3 overs. Such an amazing game, isn't it? Previous match, Brisbane Heat chased down 258 runs against Perth Scorchers. 5-time champions Perth Scorchers. They couldn't defend 258 runs. And now, Brisbane Heat are not able to chase down 194 runs against a team which is not yet off the mark in this tournament. Sydney Thunder are yet to register a win. And they are trying to defend 194 against a team that has created a world record in the previous match. Created a BBL record. That is going to be some achievement for Sydney Thunder actually. Max Bryant is the new batter to the crease now for Brisbane Heat. Three more deliveries left in this over. This time it's on the stumps, it's defended it towards point, and Max Bryant gets off the mark with a single. Tom Alsop is back on strike. Two more deliveries left in this over. It's full again. Alsop drives it down the ground to mid-on and picks up another single. What an over this is. Just 4 runs from this over, including the wicket of Hugh Webkin. The last ball of the over coming up. This time looking to cut it away, an inside edge towards covers, and Max Bryant picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Hugh Webkin, and Brisbane Heat are 118 for 4 after 15 overs. So 5 overs left in this innings, 76 needed. It looks like a distant dream now for Brisbane Heat to get over the line in this game. Nathan McAndrew still has 2 overs left, is back into the attack. Daniel Sams also still has a couple left. And I think they'll need one more over from either Shadab Khan or Tanveer Sangha. Here's Nathan McAndrew, Max Bryant on strike. That shot is pulled away by Max Bryant towards deep mid-wicket. And picks up a couple of runs to start the over. That's not going to do much for the Brisbane Heat. Need a lot of boundaries from here. Second ball of the over coming up, and Bryant goes down the ground, and it's gone all the way. What a shot that is. Just a gentle push, probably. Just a gentle push over the top. It's gone all the way over long off for 6. They need plenty more of that, the Brisbane Heat. Max Bryant with his first 6 in his innings. Third ball of the over coming up. Goes for the pull shot. It's in the air. Just doesn't carry to the keeper. But Max Bryant will pick up another single here. They're checking the run out. I don't know what they are checking here. They didn't even hit the stumps to call it a run out. Yeah, the strikers end, but I think Tom Alsop made it back. So that won't be a run out. It's a power surge, of course. Tom Alsop is back on strike. 3 more deliveries left in this over. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Yep, Alsop has made it back comfortably. Almost crossed the second crease as well. Almost crossed the bowling crease as well. So it will be not out. $67 needed from 27 now. And this time outside the off stump, Alsop drives it towards covers and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Max Bryant is back on strike. Oh, that's a wide down the leg side. So Nathan McAndrew has to reload that one again. Two more deliveries left in this over. They need a lot of boundaries here. Brisbane Heat. Max Bryant, can he deliver another 6 probably? Slow ball, that's pulled away in the air. It's towards deep mid wicket. And Max Bryant picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Last ball of the over. Oh, swings and misses. Another dot ball to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over. And Brisbane Heat are 130 for 4 after 16 overs, needing 64 to win from the last 4 overs. So 4 overs left, 64 needed. Shadab Khan is back into the attack, into his last over. And this is what I had said actually. Shadab might bowl 1 over. Daniel Sams has 2 left and Nathan McAndrew with 1 left. So Max Bryant is on strike. And this has to be a big over for Brisbane Heat if they want to get anywhere close to chasing this down. Here's Shadab Khan, Max Bryant on strike. Goes for the sweep leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. That will only help the Thunder. Required run rate 16.43 now. Tom Alsop is on strike. Goes for the pull shot there. Ball was outside the off stump. He was looking to drag it leg side, not able to make connection. Another dot ball from Shadab Khan. Comes down the wicket, runs past one, the keeper takes the snap, bails off, and Shadab has another one. What a dream spell this is from the Pakistani leg spinner. Once again tossing it up, inviting Tom Alsop into the big shot, and he's completely run past it. And Heat lose another wicket here. They've lost their fifth one, and they're losing their hopes in this run chase as well. Amazing how a team can chase 258 on a given day and then can't chase down 194 on another day. So that is what is called cricket, which is called the funny game, as they call it. Tom Alsop is out after scoring 5 runs from 9 balls, and Brisbane Heat are 131 for 5 after 16.3 overs. So Jimmy Pearson is the new batter to the crease for the Brisbane Heat. Three more deliveries left in this over. Shadab Khan, can he get a fifer? It'll be a rare feat if he can get it. He still has 3 balls to get another wicket and maybe 5-wicket haul. That's a quicker delivery. Jimmy Pearson flicks it away towards mid-wicket and gets off the mark with a single. Now Max Bryant is back on strike. 62 needed from 20 balls. It's slipping away here from the Heat to this game. Max Bryant will be desperate to play some big shots here. Is it a toe-ended it back to the bowler here, Max Bryant. Another dot ball from Shadab Khan. This has been a top spell from the Pakistani leg spinner, who has been underrated for quite a long time, but he's delivered a spell for the ages here in BBL. Last ball of the over, swings and misses. And what happened there? I think batter was asking for a wide, he didn't get the wide. So another dot ball to finish the over. What a spell from Shadab Khan. Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Tom Alsop. And the Brisbane Heat are 132 for 5 after 17 overs, needing 62 to win from the last 3 overs. The Brisbane Heat have completely lost momentum in this run chase. Last 5 overs, they have scored only 29 runs and have lost 3 wickets as well. Shadab Khan in the limelight today with 4 for 24 in his 4 overs at an economy of 6. One of the best spells you'll ever see from him. And now Daniel Sams is back into the attack. He still has 2 overs left. I think he'll bowl the 18th over and the 20th over for sure. It's now or never for the Heat. This over has to go for more than 20 runs if the Heat are to have a chance. Jimmy Pearson is on strike and the bowler stops in his follow through. So here we go, Daniel Sams now, Jimmy Pearson on strike. And Pearson goes in the air. I don't think he's timed it, but it will elude the fielders, I think. Yes, it does. Lands safely. And Jimmy Pearson picks up another couple of runs. That is a really good result for Thunder. As long as the ball is not going to the fence for 4 or 6, Thunder are going to win this game without a doubt. They'll register their first win in this tournament after losing their 2 opening matches. Second ball of the over coming up. Jimmy Pearson on strike. Can strike them big. Goes for the sweep. It's towards deep square leg. And Jimmy Pearson picks up another single. Max Bryant is back on strike. If possible, they need 4 sixes now in the last 4 balls of this over to keep any hopes alive in this game. What an outstanding bowling performance this has been from Sydney Thunder today, particularly against a team that has created a BBL record in their previous match. That's a full toss. It's flicked away by Max Bryant towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single. Another good over here for the Thunder. Required run rate is now 23.20. Jimmy Pearson is back on strike. Full toss, Pearson goes big, he's nailed that one. That's all the way into the crowd for 6. Missed his length there, Daniel Sams. A full toss, asking to be hit. And finally Brisbane Heat get that boundary, that 6 they were looking for. But is it too late in this innings? That's the question. This time, slow ball into the wicket. Pearson swings and misses. And another dot ball from Daniel Sams. 1-6 is not going to change much for the Heat. Almost every ball has to go for 6. Required run rate is now 24 for Heat. 10 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. This has to go out of the ground as well. So last ball of the over coming up. Jimmy Pearson, can he hit another 6? No, he can't. Goes for the cut, misses it. Left armer's angle. Going away from the right-hander. Another dot ball to finish the over. What an over from Daniel Sams. Just 10 runs came from that over. And Brisbane Heat are 142 for 5 after 18 overs. So 2 overs left in this innings. I think it's going to be Nathan McAndrew and Daniel Sams to finish off proceedings. Brisbane Heat have lost 5 wickets in this innings. 4 of them taken by the Pakistani leg spinner Shadab Khan. Outstanding leg spin bowling. So Max Bryant is going to be on strike. 26 required run rate is now 26 and over. So you just have to throw your bats now if you're Brisbane Heat. McAndrew bowling the penultimate over. That's short and that's pulled away and that's 6. That's all the way over deep square leg. That's a positive start to this over for the Brisbane Heat. Dragged down, short ball there from McAndrew. Dispatched into the crowd by Max Bryant. The second ball of the over coming up. It's full this time. Max Bryant swings and misses. That's a dot ball from McAndrew. At least the Heat need to get 10 runs from the last 4 balls of this over to keep the equation even mathematically alive. Because the required run rate is 27.60. Even 4 sixes from here will mean they need 22 to win from the last over. Still tough for a chasing team. Third ball of the over coming up. Swings and misses again. Another dot ball. Back-to-back dot balls from Nathan McAndrew. And the Sydney Thunder are getting closer to registering their first win in this men's Big Bash tournament this season. Max Bryant not able to make connection there. He scored 20 from 13 balls, but dot balls at this stage is taking the game away from the Brisbane Heat. 3 more deliveries left in this over. I need to go big again. Full this time. It's locked leg side. It's towards deep mid wicket. And they'll push for 2, I think. Chance for an out to the keeper's end. But Max Bryant makes it back. Another couple of runs for Max Bryant. But I'm afraid this game is gone, I think, for Brisbane Heat here. .44 needed from 8 balls. Impossible for a chasing team in T20 cricket. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Even 2 sixes will mean you need 32 from the last over. Very, very tough. Impossible. 5th ball of the over coming up. Need of 6 here. Swings it leg side. That's not going to help. Along the ground to deep mid wicket for another. They're pushing for the second here. Another couple of runs for Max Bryant. And now it brings the equation down to 42 needed from 7 balls. You need 7 sixes in 7 balls here for Brisbane Heat. 150 comes up for Brisbane Heat in 18.5 overs. But they need 42 to win from 7 balls. 7 sixes needed. Everything has to go out of the ground. Last ball of the over coming up. Chance for Sydney Thunder to seal the game in this delivery. If this doesn't go out of the ground. Swung leg side. It's not gone out of the ground. It's gone 1 bounce to deep mid wicket. And Max Bryant will pick up another single to finish the over. Game done and dusted. Although still 1 over left. Mathematically, the game is over. 11 runs came from that over from Nathan McAndrew. And Brisbane Heat are 153 for 5 after 19 overs, needing 41 to win from the last over. So Max Bryant has scored 25 from 16 balls, but it's not going to be enough for the Brisbane Heat because some excellent bowling from the Sydney Thunder spinners in the middle overs has ensured that they are going to end up winning this. Daniel Sams with the last over. That's a wide outside the off stump to start. Given as a wide by the umpire. They don't need this Sydney Thunder. Just run in and bowl something. Bowl 6 legal deliveries. Even 6 sixes will not help the Brisbane Heat. That's all you need to do as a bowler at this stage in the Sydney Thunder. Just don't bowl wides and no balls. And that should be the instruction given to Daniel Sams at this stage. Here comes the first ball of the last over again. Oh, that's a full delivery. Good delivery. Driven straight to covers. It doesn't take the single. It's a dot ball from Daniel Sams. 40 needed from the last 5 balls. Sydney Thunder are going to be picking up their first win in this tournament today. They suffered back-to-back defeats in the first 2 matches. And just like the Sydney Sixers, just like how Sydney Sixers bounced back in their 3rd match and picked up a win, the Sydney Thunder are also bouncing back in their 3rd match of their season. That shot is pulled away in the air. And fielder takes the catch at deep mid wicket. So Max Bryant has holed out at deep mid wicket there in the quest of hitting a 6 there. Didn't get hold of it. Simple catch for Chris Green, I think, at deep mid wicket. And Daniel Sams picks up his 2nd wicket of the day. Took the pace of the delivery. And that reaps rewards for Daniel Sams. So the Brisbane Heat lose their 6th wicket. And they're also losing this game without a doubt. Max Bryant is out after scoring 25 runs from 18 balls. And Brisbane Heat are 154 for 6 after 19.2 overs. So Xavier Bartlett is the new batter to the crease. Just 4 balls left in this innings. Here's Daniel Sams again. Bartlett goes big. It's high in the air. Is there anyone coming underneath it? Fielder! No, can't get there. Lands safely. And Xavier Bartlett gets off the mark with a couple of runs. It doesn't matter anyways. 38 needed from 3 now. 3 legal deliveries is all needed for the Sydney Thunder. Fantastic defense of 194 runs here by the Sydney Thunder bowlers. Particularly knowing fully well that this same Brisbane Heat team chased down 258 runs against the 5-time champions Perth Scorchers. Looking to go big there, but not able to make connection. Another dot ball from Daniel Sams. Now just 2 balls remaining. Xavier Bartlett will be looking to hit a few sixes probably. Try and have some fun here in the last 2 balls. When the Brisbane Heat, the top order couldn't contribute much today, and I think that is where... In fact, I think the opening partnership was good from Colin Munro and Zach Wildermuth, but Shadab Khan bowled really well in the middle overs. Bartlett swings it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So Jimmy Pearson is back on strike. Just 1 ball remaining. 37 needed in the last ball. 1 legal delivery. Sydney Thunder will be picking up their first win. Also has to be said, good captaincy from David Warner. He's a really good captain. Won the IPL in 2016 as a captain. Took the Sydney Thunder to the final last year. So David Warner is a good captain actually. Last ball of the over coming up. Jimmy Pearson on strike. Oh, and that's too wide outside the off stump. So the wait will continue for Sydney Thunder. Daniel Sams has to reload that one again. I'll have a laugh about it. What are the odds of bowling 36 wides? Only that way Brisbane Heat can win this game probably. Just kidding actually. So last ball of the match coming up from Daniel Sams. Jimmy Pearson is on strike. That's full. It's driven down the ground. It's fielded at mid-off. That is it. Jimmy Pearson will pick up the single. Just 6 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of Max Bryant. And the Brisbane Heat finished their 20 overs on 159 for 6 at the end of their 20 overs, but they needed to chase down 194. They couldn't chase down 194, and it's the Sydney Thunder who have finally gotten on the board in this tournament. They were the winless team in this tournament so far. They have picked up their first win in the Men's Big Bash League 2025-26, and they have defeated the team which chased down 258 runs in their previous match. And to defend 194 runs against such a team, it shows how well the Sydney Thunder have bowled today. Shadab Khan, the pick of the bowlers, with 4 for 24 in his 4 overs. And Daniel Sams also picking up a couple of wickets, 2 for 25 in his 4 overs, ensuring that they defended 194 against Brisbane Heat. As far as the Brisbane Heat are concerned, Matt Renshaw scored 43 from 28 balls but couldn't carry on. Hugh Webkin scored 30 from 26 balls. Max Bryant scored 25 from 18 balls, but unfortunately not enough for the Brisbane Heat. So the Sydney Thunder win this match by 34 runs against the Brisbane Heat, and they finally pick up their first win in BBL 15. So we'll be back again to cover the future matches in this Men's Big Bash tournament. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and have a good day.
like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.